So, hello everyone. Thank you for showing up. So there's more than 25, almost 30 people here. I'm really glad about this and your interest in our university. Before I start, I would like to get to know my audience a little better to maybe adjust the presentation a bit. So if you are kind enough to let me know about your career level. So what are you looking for? I started a survey, so please let me know. Are you interested in doing a research stay abroad or doing a full PhD program in Germany? Or are you looking for a postdoc, so after your PhD? Or if there is even something else. So thank you very much for this. And I think we got it all. So there are people looking for a shorter exchange, for a full PhD, for postdoc, and even for others. So maybe the others could use the chat to let me know what they are looking for. So I will start with my presentation right now. Feel free to use the chat for questions. And after the 15 minutes presentation, I will be here for your questions as well. And my booth will be open until 7 p.m. Japanese time as well. And you can contact me via email after the fair. That is for sure. So if you have a look at my presentation, so this is Michael, one of our international postdocs, and Michael and I would like to invite you for a short trip to our university, the Ruhr University Bochum. There you have an aerial view of our one campus university, and we are a fully fledged university, meaning there are 21 faculties from all fields: humanities, social sciences, engineering, natural sciences, life sciences, including medicine. So we got it all, and it's all on one campus. And that makes it very easy to work in an interdisciplinary environment. So there are 9 research departments working amongst disciplines: IT security, salvation science, carbon cycle, religion, materials. You can read it by yourselves. So this is one of our main focuses, to let different disciplines work together. We are pretty international. So our early career researchers come from 130 countries. And besides research, we have a strong focus on teaching and on transfer. So if you are interested in founding your own enterprise, startup, entrepreneurship, we got you covered as well. And there is a special relationship to Japan for our university. So there you can see a picture from 2019, where my colleagues and I attended several career fairs in Japan. And not only this, but there are 20 partnerships with Japanese university. I only had the space to name a few. Then there is a unique selling point. We are the only university in Germany with a faculty of East Asian studies. And among this is the history of Japan, Japanese language and literature. So there is even a ramen bar at our campus. So you feel a bit home when you come to Germany. And there is a special doctoral school, the East Asian Future. So of course, I cannot go into detail here, but please reach out to me if you have questions on this. I myself represent a research school, which is a university-wide and cross-faculty institution for the development of doctoral and postdoctoral researchers. And we got 4,000 of them on our campus. There are many workshops with skills training. There are big events on bigger pictures like career development, like a summer evening to get together with other international researchers, you name it. And we have our own research around the world program. So there is a lot of money available because we want our early career researchers to build their own independent networks at a very early career stage. So starting with being a doctoral researchers. On the left-hand side, you see the funding lines our early career researchers can use. And on the right-hand side, these are all incoming funding lines. So for you to visit us, and I will explain you in more detail. They come across different career stages. And as the survey has shown, there are people from all career stages here in this Zoom webinar. So for the doctorate, we have to offer the PhD exchange. So there are scholarships available to stay with us for 3 to 6 months to do research. There is a summer academy called Research Explorer Ruhr. So if you're just about to finish your PhD, or if you have just recently finished your PhD, and you would like to explore our university for postdoc opportunities, then this is the right choice. There are research assistantships, writing grants available for postdocs. So 3 months staying with us, writing a research proposal with our professors, and maybe gaining third-party funding for a long stay. The same is true, but if you're a postdoc and you already have a family with children, then we have a special funding line with more money available and more services, because we would be looking for a kindergarten spot and a bigger apartment and so on. Henriette Herz is a special program affiliated with the Humboldt Foundation. I will talk about that in a minute. And there are travel grants available if you're an advanced postdoc and looking for a real position as a junior professor or as a junior research group leader. And these are some of the successes. So as I explained earlier, we offer those funding lines as kind of seed funding, that you come to us for short term and work with us on acquiring longer term funding. And this has happened in the past with DAD fellowships, with Humboldt fellowships. Some were offered permanent positions as a postdoc, so between 2 and 3 years. European Union actions, and as you know, our DAD friends and Humboldt friends are here available as well, so you can get to learn about their funding as well. These are the application deadlines if you wish to take some notes, but everything is available online on our homepage, which will be displayed on the very last slide of my presentation. So I told you about the Henriette Herz Scouting Program. If you are interested in working with one of the 5 professors here on the left-hand side, they have the possibility to directly nominate you for a prestigious Humboldt postdoc fellowship. So you would not have to apply at Humboldt, but you would have to get in touch with me so I can get you connected with one of the 5 professors. And if you can convince them, then they can directly nominate you for an up to 2-year research stay with them. And I also prepared a special URL if you are interested in this. I mean, I can tell you a lot about successes because I'm the marketing guy representing the university here, but there are real faces and real people behind those stories. And you can find links to them on our website as well. And there is even a really, really smart and very, very friendly guy from Japan, Tomohiro. So he stayed with us for 2 weeks, then applied for Humboldt funding. He was granted, and then he stayed at our Faculty of Mathematics for 2 years, and now he is a professor at Soka University. So here are some impressions. This is our campus with a campus restaurant to your right-hand side. Bochum is a livable and affordable place, so costs for living are not as high as in the big cities like Munich or Berlin. Yeah, a lot of young people, students. I mean, we have over 43,000 students in our university. They live and like to party. There are also recreational areas such as lakes, and there is a big soccer club in our city, which plays in the first division. So if you like soccer, our city is the right place to be as well. So let's go. There are many services. If you're not sure what to expect in a foreign country, there's a welcome center, there's a research support office. I myself, we will do our very best that you feel comfortable. Join the opportunity to broaden your network, to meet new friends, maybe a new language. It's not mandatory, so research is done in English most of the time. But if you meet with friends, or if you go to the bakery, some German words are nice to have. And yeah, so I would very much like to give you more information about the possibilities at Ruhr University Bochum. And we have prepared a customized website. So use the research school URL and then international minus prospects. And there's everything you need to know if you're interested in joining our university, no matter if as a PhD exchange researcher, for a full-page PhD, for a postdoc, or for other opportunities. And yeah, so this is basically my presentation, and I will be very happy to answer your questions. If you have any, you can use the chat, or you can let me know so that you can open your video and microphone so we can talk live here, whatever suits you best. So thank you very much. And please feel free to answer your questions. Okay, so there was a good question that I was sent directly as a private message. I will use it without telling the name. Someone who wants to do research with us, if it's okay to ask the professor directly. I would recommend and offer to you that you reach out to me first and that you use me as a go-between, as a broker, so to say. Yeah, because professors receive a lot of emails from all around the world. And if you contact me first, I will take you by your hand and get you connected. So most of the time, I will ask for a CV and a short paragraph on why you would like to join the specific research group of the professor. And with that in hand, I will talk to the professor and ask them if they are interested. Yes, of course. Please contact me after this presentation or tomorrow, next week via email. I can type in my email address into the chat here once again. Another question is if the application for a postdoc requires a TOEFL score, so of the English language. That is not the case. So you will have pre-talks with your professor, with your host, and most of the time this is sufficient so that they can check if your English is fine enough. But no, there is no official test needed. So then there is a question, social studies, mainly in education, and that person wonders if there is a requirement of German language for a PhD program. So again, research can be done in English at our university. However, if you want to become a teacher, of course, you have to have certain language skills. And for this, I would gladly connect you with our professional school of education later on, because they are the expert in this. Someone asked if I have a wishing professor or research group, which is better, individual or structural? So most of the, I think this refers to a PhD. Most of the doctorates are on an individual basis, so one-to-one. So you have a supervisor and you write your thesis or do your research. There are not as many structural programs for a PhD in Germany and in Bochum. But I cannot tell which is better. This is up to you to decide, and I will gladly assist you in finding an option. So someone asked, how far in advance should one start planning? I'm currently middle of an MBA, and I'm not too sure when would be a good time to look out for a PhD place. Yeah, so it depends on how long this MBA goes. If it's only a one-year MBA, once you reach, let's say, the second half of your MBA and you know about your graduation date, you can start looking and maybe reaching out for the first time, and they will let you know when to hand in applications. So let me check the chat once again if there are more questions. Yeah, of course, you can send me your CV to my email address and I can guide you further. But it's always a good idea to have checked our websites and that you have looked for a potential host. Because what I cannot do is looking at your CV and finding the right professor for you, because there are over 500 of them. So it's pretty difficult to know all the different niches. Yeah. So let's wait for another minute or two if there are more questions. All of the websites of the different faculties and research departments, they are all linked at the website that I had on our very last slide. I once again share the screen. So this one here. Research School RUB DE / international prospects. Okay. It seems that there are no more questions. I thank you very much, and I will be at your service at the booth of Ruhr University Bochum. So thank you very much.